Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in the trusty JustFlight Hawk T1 and we're flying from RAF Leeming up to RAF Lossiemouth. I'm going to go low level via the Scottish Highlands. So we're just on our descent now into Scotland, where we will begin our low level flying. It's not a bad day. Live weather on apparently. It certainly doesn't look like this outside my window, but I'm not up in Scotland I suppose, so we'll let it go. So I'm getting close now. Scenery looks fantastic as always. We are in another 100 Squadron livery. This is actually the final special livery that the squadron had painted on the aircraft just before it was disbanded a couple of weeks ago now. So as of now, there is no more Hawk T1 flying in the Royal Air Force other than the Red Arrows. So, from what I believe, all the remaining airframes are going to be used as spares for the Red Arrows. I think I should keep them going for another couple of years, I would have thought. Speed's creeping up there. Bit bumpy. Glad I'm not feeling that. I've just had my lunch. I'd hate to throw that all back up. The speed's coming pretty quick. Of course, using track IR for the head movement here, which I'm slowly getting used to. It just feels odd moving your head slightly and it's shooting off. I suppose just play around with the settings. Nice. I can only imagine what it's like bombing around Scotland and the Highlands and in real life in a fast jet. Tremendous fun, I can imagine. It's like a mirror, this water. Absolute mirror. Be careful, otherwise I'll just crash into it. It's crystal clear. It's dangerous. The aircraft just looks gorgeous. What do you guys think of the Hawk? Is it for you? Is it on your flight line every day, or is it tucked away in the hangar? For me, it's on the flight line every day. Whenever I come in the sim, it's either just go into the Hawk or to go into the Hawk. At the minute, not much else I want to fly. Which, for me, says everything you need to know about it. I don't know if you guys follow the news around, but I do follow Dino Catania, or India Fox Deco, on Facebook. He sort of teased that he might be working on a Tornado, which I have to say would be just wow, yeah, perfect aircraft. It's the first aircraft I learnt my spurs on a few years ago. before I went on to Typhoon, but that's a separate story, I suppose. So full speed's good. Lovely stuff. Speed's good. I've not seen much traffic out and about today, but at the same time I'm not on VATSIM. Still need to get the model matching sorted out. It's just from what I've been reading up, it just seems like such a laborious process. So in terms of downloading all the software and models and everything, I think I read somewhere it took one person 6 hours to download it all. I just wish I had 6 hours to sit there and download it all. Maybe I can do it bit by bit. We'll figure that out as we go along anyway. The scenery looks immense. Beautiful stuff. Cracking scenery. Cracking scenery, indeed. So it looks like that's the gap I'm looking for. Speed's look good. Fuel's not too bad. Half tank. It's okay. Let's move fast. I still just pinch myself every time. Scenery looks so good. Like I said, those of us that have come from a P3D, FSX, X-Plane environment, to say that this is all out of the box, no add-ons, it's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Remember the days, you know, the FSX and P3D days, you know, if you wanted something like this, it would be, was it Orbix UK or something like that, or, you know, VFR scenery, and it just never looked quite right, I didn't think. There was always just something, I don't know, fake about it. Not fake as such, that's the wrong word probably, but something didn't feel real. This kind of feels real. Certainly if you're flying VR, it does anyway. It just makes the whole experience drop dead gorgeous. Cracking, absolutely cracking. Now I've just downloaded some scenery for Lossiemouth, so I've not actually flown into it yet, so we shall see what it looks like. Get that. Hopefully it's a pretty decent rendition. Certainly need it for when India Fox Echo's Typhoon is available at some point. Or certainly at least when his Tornado is available. A big Tornado base back in the day. So I am off course slightly. I'm hoping it will change. But we shall see. Fuel check good, 600 kgs. Nice. Very nice indeed. God, imagine living there, middle of nowhere. I'm sure plenty of people do. Okay, so I want to come down this lock. Now routing should bring us back onto Loch Ness, then up to Inverness, across to Tain weapons range, and then finally into Lossiemouth. Gotta say, I do like being able to see the pilot sat down the front. Looks pretty cool. Again, it just has a little bit of realism, I suppose. Certainly if you're flying from the back seat, and if you're sat in the front seat and you look around, you can see the pilot in the back. They actually look decent as well. They're not... Well, I can't say they're not fake, because they are fake, obviously. They're not real pilots, but you know, they look good. They do look very good. Now, for those of you that are DCS fans watching, don't worry, I've not stopped making DCS World mission editor videos. I just have to make some other stuff as well. Plus, I do like flying MSFS. MSFS gets me every time. Flying the Hawk. I like flying in my own country as well, not just on maps. It's not a criticism really of DCS, just how it is at the minute. Can you imagine what this would be like if DCS crossed with MSFS? Spectacular it would be. Fuel check, good. 100 kilos. Should get us in to Lossiemouth alright. Let's take it right up here, shall we? Try and get back on track a little bit. Going to go over the top. Brings back down. I suppose that's where I should have come from. If I'd followed my route. There you go. I'm not going to lose sleep. I think this brings us on to Loch Ness. I think there should be a little airstrip down here somewhere. There it is. Just a little one. Now, before you all ask, I don't know if there's a Loch Ness monster. Maybe we'll see it flying about, or as we fly about. What's going on there? Hey, what's going on? Track IR. Track IR's playing up for some reason. Not sure why. I don't know if it's because I'm sat next to a window and the sun's trying to come out. Does that have an effect? I don't know. I'm sure one of you might be able to tell me if you've managed to sit this far and I've not sent you to sleep. Coming up slowly to Inverness. Should wake people up if they're still asleep. Just looks fantastic, it really does. So now we're heading on out to Tain Weapons Range. This is one of the weapon ranges in the UK. Pilots can go and try and hone their skills. As far as I'm aware, further north is Garvey Island, which I believe is the only place in the UK where you can drop live weapons. Everywhere else, it has to be inner training rounds. I don't know whether the island's actually modelled, but seeing as though we can't drop anything in MSFS yet, be nice if we could. We shall see if we can go blow some rocks at some point whenever that allows. I don't know, who knows, maybe TAC Pack will make it across to MSFS, but I can't see it, to be honest. Can't see it. That's fuel, fuel's good, 300 kgs left, that's fine, we should make it in alright, because Lossiemouth's just over there. So we should be alright, I think. Lovely day up in Scotland, actually. Which is good because it's miserable where I am. I wish I had some of that sunshine. I suppose it makes a change. Scotland's usually notorious for bad weather. It's getting to that point of the year now where it probably doesn't get very dark in Scotland at night. I've known people that have been playing midnight golf purely because it doesn't get dark. There's the novelty. So that's Tain Weapon Range there. Just before the just the mouth to that river. Maybe at some point we'll fly a dummy sortie from Lossiemouth. Go practice on the range for a little bit. Pretend dropping stuff. To get creative and use your imagination. There's nothing wrong with that. It means I hit the target every time. Far from Lossie now, just heading for the IP for the runway. And hopefully this scenery is pretty decent. Didn't look too bad in the pictures, but pictures can be deceiving. So we shall see. It's nice seeing the boats out and about. I think I do have the global ships traffic pack installed, which does make a bit of a difference. It's always nice flying around. You can see some boats, ships, trawlers, whatever you want to call them, yachts. For me, I'm not bothered if they're just boats. Some are big, some are small. God, it's just so real. So we can see there the approach lights. So that is our runway. 1,300 feet. Yeah, it's not too bad for a run-in and brake. On the runway. What is it? I think it's 2-3. The runway. Just fine. Start to creep up. Slowly bring it around. So Lossiemouth should be a very busy place in real life now. 4 Typhoon squadrons, I think it is, and all the UK or all the RAF's P8 Poseidons based there. AWACS to go in there as well in a couple of years' time, I think. Very, very busy base. I mean, it's busy when I went up there a couple of years ago. And P8s weren't there yet, but the Tornadoes were still there. It's a nice little village in Lossiemouth as well, that little town. Decent fishing ships. I see some big aircraft parked about. So we're looking for 05. Speed's reducing nicely. 06, 05. Really, we should be looking to come around the harbour. I think there's a noise abatement rule there, I think. So we want to keep the speed coming down so we can lower the landing gear. It's got to be below 200 knots. Should really have used the air brake, but anyhow. 200 knots gear going down, you can hear that. It's time for finals. Now, one thing is for sure, I don't believe there is this tree line by the runway. I know it's a golf course, but I don't think there's the tree line there. So maybe the senior developer could have gotten rid of that. I don't know. I've not developed any senior myself for MSFS. I could not tell you if those tree lines could be removed, but I'm assuming they could. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. At least it's a clearing for the runway. Oh, Royal Mail van. I'll do like that. Lovely jubbly. Whee! Whee! Bloody hell. What's going on there? It's not that windy. Let's just turn those attention getters out. Welcome to RAF Lossiemouth. So I believe that's 2 squadrons pan over there. That's where I worked out for a little while. So I've got a fuel low 1 inlet, that's fine. We are down to the last 200 kilos. So, yeah. The RAF's most northern operational base. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for joining in. And please like and subscribe to the channel as always. It does help me out. And I'll see you next time for another epic adventure. Thank you very much. Goodbye.